So we were there in Delhi, page number 24, last few lines. So it has several monuments like the Qutub Minar, the Red Fort, the Old Fort, the Jama Masjid, and etc. You can see the picture of the India Gate, very famous gate, okay, which has a flame which is continuously burning, okay, and it's called the Amar Jyoti. It is there for the soldiers who have given their lives in the wars that we have, world wars that we had fought. Haryana. Haryana is bordered by Punjab and Himachal Pradesh to the north and by Rajasthan to the west and south. Haryana also surrounds Delhi on three sides, forming the northern, western and southern borders of Delhi. So Haryana is actually surrounding Delhi by three different directions. Okay, it is surrounding Delhi from the northern part, from the western part and the southern part of Delhi. Dairy farming and agriculture is the main occupation of the people of Haryana. The other day I went to Delhi, okay, there were these bodyguards, okay, for a particular my friend's, my relative's wedding, okay, so there were bodyguards. So I asked them, what is their diet? You know what they said? They were Haryanis. They said, sir, we keep drinking milk. Milk is a must. So Haryana is very famous for dairy farming, a lot of milk production. Wheat, rice, jowar, maize, sugarcane are the crops majorly grown here. Okay, so these are the different crops which are grown in Haryana. Men wear dhoti kurta and women wear salwar, kurta and dupatta. They also wear ghagra, kameez and odhni. The people of Haryana speak Hindi and Haryanvi. Okay, you can see the picture of a Haryani woman. If you see carefully, it's kind of a shirt, it's kind of a kameez that these women sometimes wear, Haryani women. One peculiar thing that you will find, you can distinguish between a Haryani woman and the other women of our country. Now we'll start with Uttar Pradesh, another big state. Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state of India. Populous? Okay, now where it is. So the word is populous. Populous means it has more and more number of people. Okay, like we have the word population, where we include the number of men, women and children in a given area. That is the population of that area. When we say it is the most populous state of our country, then we know that there are many people staying in that state. It covers a large part of the highly fertile Gangetic plain. River Ganga, Gangetic plain, we have studied in this previous chapter, okay, or rather in this chapter, the Ganga basin. So the Gangetic plain, the Ganga basin, okay, most of its area is in Uttar Pradesh. Very lucky state. It shares an international border with Nepal. International border, a border which has a foreign country neighboring your country. Okay, national means domestic, our own, about the nation. International, when we say the word international, we include the foreign countries, countries which are other side of our border. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Lucknow, very beautiful state. People are very full of etiquettes and mannerism. Okay, there are so many stories about their etiquettes and mannerism. The Ganga and its tributaries such as the Yamuna, Gomti, Ghagra flow through the state of Uttar Pradesh. Wheat, rice, sugarcane, pulses and oil seeds are the major crops of the plains of Uttar Pradesh. Farming is the main occupation. Main occupation, like I said, means of earning. Farming is main occupation. You go cross Uttar Pradesh, when you travel by train or bus, you will see both sides of the road there are so many fields and farms and agriculture is going on. Weaving and handicrafts are other occupations. Weaving, you know what is knitting when your mommy and daddy or mummy or your daddy sometime, I mean, it is mostly it's a women who do the knitting for a sweater. Weaving is again an art with needles, where we go put needles through and the thread through a piece of cloth or a piece of material which helps it to pass and make designs, okay, and shapes. Handicrafts, again things which we make by are hands which are decorative, which have significance, which are symbolic. Okay, so they are the things which we normally keep in our house to make our hall room, our drawing room more beautiful. Lucknow is one where we have chicken kind of designing, a chicken kind of cloth which is very light, okay, very famous. Banarsi sari is very famous all over the country. Then we have Firozabad with the bangles factories. Almost most of the part of this Firozabad has got the bangles. Kanpur again very famous for leather industry. People mostly speak various dialects of Hindi and Urdu. Dialects, again, a kind of a language. Okay, dialects are a common language. Okay, which are parts or different forms of a particular language. Okay, they say after every 13 or 26 kilometers, the language of our country changes. They celebrate Holi, Diwali, Dashera, Ramnavami, Eid. You can see the beautiful picture of Taj Mahal. Again, one of the 7 wonders of the world. 7 wonders, remember? So Taj Mahal, we are very proud that one of the 7 wonders of the world is in our country. Very famous monuments, white, and absolutely you feel very nice when you go step into the garden area of it. The way it is maintained, silent and quiet, and you just sit there and admire the beauty of this monument. Bihar is our neighboring state. Once we were part of Bihar, only in 2000, not very 20 years back, only in 2000, year 2000, that we got separated from Bihar. Bihar is to the east of Uttar Pradesh. Its capital is Patna. About 85% of the population of the state lives in villages. So very poor. Okay, very poor state. 85% of the population lives in villages, but very famous. Mind you, there are so many famous people coming from Bihar. Okay, there are social reformers, Jainism, Buddhism starting from Bihar. And don't forget the oldest university, Nalanda University. It was one of the oldest universities. Rather it is then the amazing fact, if you see in the blue column here. Nalanda University in Bihar is the second oldest university in the world. Okay, the first and the oldest university in the world was Takshila, which was again a part of United India. Okay, this is in Pakistan now. So India, we are really very proud that we had these universities much before than the other part of the world. Hindi and Urdu are the official language of the state, whilst the majority of the people speak of the Bihari languages. Now, which are those? There are different kind of dialects, like I say, of this Bihari language. This is Angika, Bhojpuri, Magadhi, Maithili, and Bajika. Okay, there are the different forms of the Bihari language, dialects. Chhath is a very important festival of Bihar, like I told you before. Okay, Chhath is a very, very famous, like how Dashera is to West Bengal, Durga Puja rather is for West Bengal, Dashera is for down south in Karnataka. Okay, very, very famous. Plus we have Lodi in Punjab and Haryana. Okay, so there are then we have Ganesh Puja in or Ganesh Chaturthi in Maharashtra, Mumbai. So there is the Chhath is very famous for Bihar or Biharis. The people of Bihar earn their livelihood from farming. They grow rice, sugarcane, pulses, jute, lychees, very, very famous, dharbanga, you know, lychees, that beautiful juicy fruit. Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are cities of historic importance in Bihar. Okay, like I told you, Bodh Gaya gave where Buddhism started. Okay, so much so there are so many foreigners and monks from Japan and elsewhere. They are coming and spending a lot of money into the build-up of Bodh Gaya. Okay, Nalanda, very famous again. You need to go and visit if you really are someone who loves to travel and venture and see and find out about countries and cultures and different cuisines. West Bengal, the state of, again our neighbor state, West Bengal. The state of West Bengal is in the eastern part of India. The northwest part of West Bengal is bordered by the states of Assam, Sikkim and Bhutan, while the state of Odisha lies to its southwest. Kolkata, situated on the banks of the Hooghly river, is the state capital. Very, very famous. During the British, it was the capital of India. Okay, the Britishers from Delhi, they shifted to Kolkata, Calcutta, very famous port. Okay, you see so many monuments, buildings of the British era. Okay, a lovely place to go, no doubt. The main occupation of Bengali people are farming and fishing. The farmers grow rice and jute. Because Kolkata being a port, because it's near to the river and Bay of Bengal, okay, so Bengal, they have got lot of fishing happening. Fishery is one of the major occupation of this part of our country. The main occupation of people, like I said, is farming and fishing. The farmers grow rice and jute. Jute, again a kind of crop which help us, like you must have seen these boras, okay, where the grocers they bring their big rations into it, wheat and whatnot. Okay, so they are the sacks that we call in Hindi. They are made up of jute, plus there are jute baskets, jute hat. Okay, the Bengali are fond of eating rice and fish, like the Punjabis, how they love their sarson da saag and makai di roti. The Bengalis, they love eating rice and fish. They speak Bengali. Rasgulla and Sandesh are the favorite sweet dishes of Bengali. You can see Durga Puja in West Bengal. Okay, on page, you can see the picture. Even